Ndikuda kupa warning to members of the security forces, in particular the police. Comrade Mutamba, slow down. Don't be used. Now they are slowly turning Zimbabwe into a police state. Probably ukomlena. My roadblocks are what are you trying to prove? Shout out Chamoya Guidigachi. Atidi kuona muno anopindira munyaya yedu inyika yatakaya nayo iyi. Kana maida kuya gundo mukade makauya manga makura mwana wakomana. Don't be used by anybody pa ukama. Tikangoza kuti kune munhu anzi asungwa achisungirwa ma-constitutional rights ake munozviona. Kungoza kuti kune munhu apfurwa chete achipfurwa ma-constitutional right ake akafira vanhu vakawanda, right? Vanhu vacho muno munyika yacho yavakasunungura, vanhu vakasunungurwa moapfura futi moasunga, including the opposition.
Masquera say Mure Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel's confessions and deep secrets. Kanakariki kutanga kukuya panini channel. Please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasi Mure Zimbabwe tapigirai nyaya buritswa na Geza. Geza avabuda vachipa a warning ku the new police commissioner General Stephen Mutamba. Stara ivo pachiti ngavasapindire muhondo yemao veterans pamwechete na President Mnangagwa vataura zvakare vachipa warning pamusoro pematensions ari kuitika muno muZimbabwe chinzi akalida maprotests vamatamba ngavasawanikwe vachidisturba mademonstrators hanzi vakawanikwa vachishuda peaceful demonstrators hanzi that action will be met with severe consequences mune Zimbabwe. Zvinombira mushe pari kunzi panogona kuitika maprotest kuburikidza nezvekutaurwa navageza vari kutaura vachiti vaMnangagwa ngavape pachigaro mune Zimbabwe. Zvinombira mushe tikaziva kuti zvinopera mushe rikutaura kwaTukita government aisati yapa statement on this issue mune Zimbabwe. Nyaya yakaburitswa neRebulawayo 24 vachitaura ivo vachiti in a fiery statement that has drawn widespread attention, Bombshell Geza, a key political figure, has warned Police Commissioner General Stephen Mutamba against using deadly force on demonstrators. Geza's warning follows increasing tensions over the treatment of protesters in Zimbabwe and the government's response to civil unrest. Speaking with authority, Geza emphasized that any attempt to shoot peaceful demonstrators would be met with severe consequences. Shoot one demonstrator and we will deal with you, Geza declared, sending a strong warning to the security forces. His comments come amid rising concerns about the use of excessive force by law enforcement during public protests, which have often been marked by police brutality and violence. Geza's remarks come at a time when Zimbabwe has been increasing calls for political and economic reforms, with many citizens taking to the streets to express their frustrations. These protests, which have centered on issues such as rising cost of living and government corruption, have often faced violent repression from police and military units. In addition to his warning regarding demonstrators, Geza also urged Mutamba to stay out of the internal power struggles between President Mnangagwa and the war veterans. Do not get involved in the fight between war veterans and Mnangagwa, Geza said, suggesting that Commissioner's involvement in the ongoing dispute could further inflame tensions and risk embroiling the police in partisan politics. The war veterans, once loyal to Mnangagwa, have recently become increasingly vocal in their opposition to the leadership, calling for reforms and expressing dissatisfaction with the current government. Geza's warning to Mutamba highlights the deepening political divisions within Zimbabwe and the growing discontent that has fueled protests in various parts of the country. As Zimbabwe braces for more unrest, Geza's comments are likely to add to the growing pressure of the government to address the concerns of its citizens. Whether his warning will have any effect on the government's handling of demonstrations and internal conflict remains to be seen. But the stakes for the future of the country are undoubtedly high. The government and police have yet to respond publicly to Geza's statement, and this challenge to the authority of Commissioner Mutamba signals that Zimbabwe's political landscape may be poised for further turbulence in the coming months. Ndomabuditsiro yaitwa iyi muri Zimbabwe the Bulawayo 24 tingazivi kuti munoiona sei nyaya yetiudzeyo zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section. Kutaura kwatiri kuita the state-owned newspaper Herald yakabudawo ichitaura iyo ichiti ZANU-PF flashes out at Geza's statement. And the ruling ZANU-PF party yesterday lashed out at Central Committee member Comrade Blessing Geza for making treasonous and outrageous statements calculated to cause alarm and despondency in the country. At the same time, all veterans reiterated their clarion call for President Mnangagwa's term to be extended to 2030, saying it is the wish of the majority of Zimbabweans as unequivocally expressed at the ZANU-PF annual National People's Conference in Bulawayo last year. Although the ruling party is unanimous that President Mnangagwa's term of office must be extended for a further 2 years, Comrade Geza has been trying to derail the people's train. In a press statement, Comrade Geza has attacked President Mnangagwa and sought to silence the countrywide chorus for the president's term of office to be extended. Mashonaland West Province, to which Comrade Geza belongs, has since recommended his expulsion from the party with immediate effect. In a statement yesterday, ZANU-PF Secretary for Information and Publicity, Comrade Christopher Muchangwa, said the utterances by Comrade Geza were couched to smear credentials of the majority of all veteran entities in good standing with ZANU-PF. The outlandish and treasonous rantings of Geza offended the hallowed tenets of party discipline for a member of the Central Committee. They also involved reckless attempts to usurp the credentials of the all veteran entities in good standing with ZANU-PF. The party of the permanent Zimbabwe revolution, he said. As such, Comrade Muchangwa added, the relevant organs of the party are currently seized with this contravention, as it is holistically and expeditiously handled with dispensed with. The party, he said, assures its members of the absolute loyalty of the rank and file to the President Mnangagwa, and that they retain full confidence in the legal implementation of Resolution Number 1 adopted at the National People's Conference under the 2018 Constitution of Zimbabwe. The development comes as the Zimbabwean National Liberation of Veterans Association has said President Mnangagwa is democratically elected president by the majority of Zimbabweans for a 5-year term, and any utterances calling for his resignation, such as those made by Geza, were improper and careless. Speaking at the launch of the Presidential Veterans Fund in Kujogo Village Centenary, Comrade Maia said it is not forbidden for ZANU-PF to support President Mnangagwa to continue at the helm of an extended period. Who can remember all veterans if he is no longer there? What the party has agreed upon cannot be undone. One individual cannot reverse what people have agreed to do. To go against the resolutions of the party is to turn against your country. No small group of four veterans will dictate to the party. It is the party that guides us. The principles of the revolution dictate that the minority is subordinate to the majority, he said. Comrade Maia urged all veterans to align with the party and encouraged them to engage constructively with the president, who he described as a listening leader and a servant of the people. We have no right to instruct or threaten the government or the police. We don't dictate to the government. They should carry out their own work. Don't speak on behalf of other veterans. We support ZANU-PF and President Mnangagwa because his leadership is ordained by God, he said in reference to Comrade Geza. To nyaya yakabuditswa muri Zimbabwe ni the Herald discussed munoiona sei nyaya yetiudzeyo zvamuri kufunga mucomment section.